Hello everyone. Thanks so much for coming to today's session. Okay, this session is our first event for WhatsApp group called Future Ready Tutors. And the reason why we do this is because if you agree with me, you can raise your hands. If you agree with me that nowadays education scene has somehow shifted. You have no idea what is going on, but how people buy, how the trend has moved. Actually, it has really moved and you feel it, but probably you don't know what is going on. Raise your hands out if you feel that. Yeah, yeah. So I feel that nowadays with tech like Zoom, it's very easy to gather like-minded people like all of us to come together to share knowledge. Yeah. And my belief is as educators, we have to help each other out. Yeah. I believe that the market pie is big enough for all of us to share. Give me a thumbs up if you agree. Even though we teach the same thing. Yeah, so that's a thing that I want to put forth. Yeah, so today I have a very good friend of mine who is also a good friend of a good friend. Okay, and actually I've been following him since last year lah, and he has over 20,000 followers on TikTok. Actually, for myself, my experience with TikTok is I almost gave up lah. Yeah, actually I realized that it's a game that probably for the younger people. So I tried for 1 year and then I gave up for 1 year. Then I realized that I should go back in because I'm really inspired by what Anson has done. So for myself, I also have my little fair share of small wins. Have three viral videos that have gone up to over 40,000 views. Okay, yeah. So today, let's welcome my good friend Anson to come and share with us his experience on TikTok. And if you want to learn more, prepare your questions so that I can help you to support in your learning as well. So Anson.
Hi, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining today's session. Actually, I did not prepare any speech for today, so I didn't expect there's so many people here today. But I see a lot of familiar faces as well as new faces that I've not met before. Hello Vera. Yeah. So really happy to see that we are all here to maybe want to learn something. So for me, I won't say that I'm TikTok expert or what. I'm just your average tutor that just happens to like to have some fun on social media lah. So that's why when TikTok came up somewhere near I don't know if you remember near the COVID period that time, when a lot of us, we had to be locked down at home with nothing to do. So that was during the period that I started the platform. But when I started it, I did not have that idea of wanting to do it to be related to my tuition or my teaching. So it was really more for my own entertainment. So if you understand about the platform, I don't know how much you know about the platform, but yeah, there's this thing about dance trends, about singing, about acting. So if you like to do dancing and all that, so when TikTok first came up, it's very popular because a lot of people like to follow certain trendy songs and they will do the dance steps. And then because people were stuck at home back then, so it was a very popular. So it started to gain popularity over the years. So I was think that the pandemic opened up a new gateway to this idea of social media. So and this idea of self-created content, okay, is I would believe is amplified by a platform like TikTok. So I do know that a lot of parents or adults, we are more familiar with platforms like Facebook, like Instagram. Okay, in fact, I think that a lot of my students, their parents are on Instagram. Okay, so I don't know if you heard about that, but there are like mommy groups on Instagram, on WhatsApp, on Facebook. So they will be forming communities and all that. Okay, so actually Instagram is, from what I see, there's a little bit of difference in terms of how we are presenting ourselves or the content wise, as well as how you're branding yourself on TikTok lah. So for me, I'm a very spontaneous person, so very spontaneous tutor. So I don't know if you have seen any of my content, but because I think what I realized that people on TikTok appreciate you being authentic. So doesn't mean that you have very nice designs, you have very nice quality video means that your video will do well. Because TikTok's algorithm is, from my understanding, is very different from Instagram and Facebook. Okay, Instagram, I know that a lot of brands like to position themselves with very neat layout and all that. But if you understand TikTok's algorithm, it sort of works quite differently. Okay, maybe I share my first sort of viral video that went online on TikTok. That was in 2021. Okay, it had nothing to do with teaching. I don't know if you remember this news, but I was featured on Mothership and Share News as long as together with many other news channels. But I was taking an evening jog, and then I just happened to be recording my jog when I saw a $2 bill on the floor. So I picked it up and ran after a foreign worker who was on a bicycle. So that news picked up very quickly, and then they started to ask me whether they can post about it. So that was my sort of my first take at being viral lah. And then at that point of time, I also didn't expect that a lot of people will share the news, they will read about it and all that. So yeah, so it's also very I would say that it's also quite refreshing for me, because I mean, I'm just a nobody and just an average Joe doing my evening job. But who would want to watch my video, right? I just thought I just posted because I thought it's interesting, and we had this nice interaction between me and the foreign worker, and I just happened to post it. And seems like during the CB period, people appreciate this kind of content quite a bit, because there's a lot of negativity going around, and something positive seems to resonate well with the audience at that time. So that was my first take at being viral.
Got it. So what I'm hearing is that C2 got people come in. Okay, sorry, I'm a bit distracted. The teacher in me want to scold them already. Okay, thanks, Henry. Okay, so what I'm hearing is the first video that you did was something that is not related, and is something that is quite random and you did it also because it's fun and it's just something that I want to put up to the world and share with them. Yeah, so it's like something that as in when I will try my best to point out to you the essence that Anson, and it rhymes, the essence of Anson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So okay, I think many of us from my experience is like we are trying to put something and hope that it get viral. Yeah. But you realize that what Anson did is he was just enjoying his day, sipping over a cup of coffee, walking down the road and see money on the floor, and then want to do a video on them. Yeah, then just put it out to the world and then see what happens. Without any expectation. So I think it's a big thing for us to learn here. Yeah. Okay, so so can you share with us, like, for a normal tutor who hope that they can do a video to attract leads? Maybe you can guide us along this line. Like how can they do, or what are some of the things that they can look out for?
Okay. I don't know if you have heard this term about being the secret tutor. Okay, secret tutor, what do you mean by a secret tutor? Okay, I read this somewhere. Let's say today you have a very nice website. Okay, you have a very nice tuition center classroom. Okay, but no one hears about you, no one can find your website, or no one can find your center. You are actually a secret tutor. So your job is to not be that secret tutor, because being too secretive doesn't do you good. So in short, this means that you need to be able to, I feel like in today's world, right, especially with the industry getting very saturated and competitive, right, and you need to also look at the changing consumer preference of students as well as parents. There are so many. Just now I was talking to John. Okay, so there are so many advertisements popping up on Facebook and about tuition, about this tutor doing all A's and testimonials and all that. So why would I choose you over the other tutors? Okay, so my position is, I would say that is very different from a lot of my colleagues or those who are in the same industry. Number one, also because I'm a Chinese tutor, by the way, for those who don't know. So to me, I like to share a lot of my interaction, and I think a lot of videos I shared did well is also because that people are able to see me in action. And I think, in short, on TikTok, it's about show, not tell. So if you're just telling what you do, are not actually showing what you can do, and you're not convincing people enough. So just now I did mention a keyword I find, okay, for TikTok is that people appreciate you for being authentic. I don't know if anybody saw there's this recent viral lady on TikTok from Singapore. Her name is called Zhen. So her audio was used everywhere on Instagram or on TikTok or whatever, and even Her World magazine just featured her. So she's your average, Singaporean auntie, but I would say she's auntie, like she's still quite.
Oh, auntie.
Oh, Zhen, are you here? If you're here, I'll be very honored. But anyway, how she got so popular overnight is also because she showed this side of her that many people don't dare to show, which is, okay, she rants a lot, she rants a lot. So she also scolds a lot. She even scolds her viewers and things like that. But I think that part of her being authentic attracted her audience. And her audience is like, her live stream can go to like 800, 900, 1,000 viewers at any one time. So I don't know if you have heard of this story before. So yeah, my point is this, like, if you want to create something on TikTok, okay, there are many ways to go about it. I know there are professionals who still want to show their professional side. Nothing wrong about that. But if you have multiple platforms, you may want to kind of vary the tone in your different platform. For example, Instagram, you can keep it professional because it's more towards the parents. But you do realize that a lot of our Gen Zs, a lot of students, they are majorly on TikTok. So they are, on TikTok. So the kind of content that they share and they like, you kind of need to have a good sense of their preference. So again, depends on who you're trying to attract. I will give you a very recent example. So this period is the O-level Chinese oral. So this week happens to be O-level Chinese. So 2 weeks ago, I just came up with this idea out of the blue. I just thought that, hey, since the oral is just around the period, I haven't really prepared anything, but I just thought that maybe I should try to create a last-minute workshop to see who signs up. So if anybody responds, that's a bonus for me. And I didn't do any Facebook, Google ads. I did not pay a single cent. What I did was just to send out a video on my own TikTok to share with my followers that, okay, I'm going to create this crash course for anyone who's interested. And I was taken away by surprise because I think there were more than 30, 40 inquiries, and that was in the span of a few days. Yeah, and eventually I conducted 2 classes. Yeah, so after that, I saw that, I came to understand the power of this idea called content marketing. Okay, before I was a tutor, I also worked in advertising branding company. So I used to be a copywriter. So
Wow.
I actually worked a lot with designers, my creative directors. So back then, during those days, right? So we had to come up with brand concepts, philosophies, taglines, and things like that. So I believe I have quite a good grasp of that idea of branding. But along the way, when there's this thing called microblogging and, this so things have shifted along the way. Where I used to write blogs, last time you know what's blog, right?
Those are blog spots lah.
Write blog, I used to be a travel blogger. So yeah, and I got to travel to certain countries just to write about the opening of a new hotel and things like that. But you need to understand that readers' preference have also shifted along the years. One at this very busy little cosmopolitan nation of us have the time to scroll through a 5 to 10 minutes article to read through when they can get a very nice, visually attractive video with a short caption to attract their attention and get to maybe learn everything at one go. In terms of the media landscape, I also saw that there's this shift of consumer preferences. So TikTok is at the peak of its game. Okay, if you look at comparing all the different social media that we have right now, okay, you can take a look at the statistics. Students, okay, you'll be surprised, they are not searching on Google, they are searching on a platform like Google, like TikTok. Keywords. You are looking for math tuition, they probably type there math tuition O-level, things like that. Yeah. So, okay, Frederick, sorry, I haven't looked at the chat.
It's okay. For the chat, don't worry about it. I will take over. Yep. For our listeners, I will be in charge of the questions lah. Yeah. So because I think I just want to let Anson share whatever he wants based on his flow. Yeah. I think move on. I think it's my first time I hear the other side of the story of the other side of Anson. I didn't know that you were in marketing scene before this. Yeah. So what I want to point out is actually the impression I got from you when I watched your TikTok versus now, I think it's like 2 different kind of people. Yeah. The other one is I think most people who I heard they say about your videos is like this fun-loving guy, just they use the word anyhow, like just anyhow, but that also can. Yeah. But now I see the serious side of you, and I admire you because you seems to have know much more stuff. So you're a guy who know a lot of things about branding, about marketing, about copywriting, and you actually implemented your knowledge into TikTok creation.
I would say it's a coincidence. It just happens that TikTok can give me the best of different worlds. Yeah, because of how low barrier to entry it is. Anyone can just create a TikTok nowadays, right? Like just that whether you will have views or not. So I came from that background, correct? But doesn't mean that I'm a professional or I'm an expert in that. But I do know that having some knowledge in my advertising background did give me some advantage in terms of having the sense of what is going on in the market. So like about how there are trends on TikTok, there are songs that are catchy and then people start dancing to it or start rapping to it. Yeah. So if you want, for example, okay, one good tip for you is that you can write on any one of the trends and that can instantly create a viral hit if it resonates well with your audience. So Yeah, just now Frederick talked about TikTok and Shopee are fighting now. Okay, the thing about TikTok, okay, anything that if you realize anything to do with the media, right? Anytime a new media platform comes up, when TikTok first showed up, there wasn't anything about TikTok Shop. No such thing about advertising or no such thing about like that. It's all videos about let you post about your dancing, your singing, your acting videos. So people were having a lot of fun back then. But when they realized that the platform started to get saturated, people are downloading it by the millions, they are starting to love the platform, they are starting to get addicted to the platform, what happens next? Monetization comes in, right? So that's why you see TikTok shops are now all over the reach. Yeah. But then again, when this is going on for some time, another better player may come up. So this is something that, yeah, we can observe and see lah.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I want to zoom a bit deeper down to back to the video content that you did for the O-level students or the kids lah. Yeah. I think that shows our age. Yeah. So and then also the path from that point to having classes, because I think at the end of the day, many educators are here also. They want to learn how to have more leads and have them converted to students. Okay, show of hands if you are here and part of your goal is to learn how to increase your class size. Yeah. So hands up. For those who didn't raise their hands up, I will probably kick you out. No, just kidding. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I think there's an end goal why we are here, because I think we are all educators. We really want to increase our class size. So Anson, can you help us to go deeper down into what exactly do you do and how do you convert them and how exactly do you DM them or they DM you and how you actually bring them from the online world to the physical world and then become your paying clients?
Okay, there are different ways to look about it at this. I mean, if you want to look at what I really did, I put a Google form on my profile bio, for example. Okay, so that's the technical side of it. So any students who are interested, for example, or parents, they will click on it and they will fill out the form. Either that, they can send me a DM. Okay, so this is the technical side of it lah. So it's not so difficult. Anyone can do that. If you have a website, you may want to put it there. I know there are teachers or providers who actually put their handphone number on top. So for me personally, I don't feel very comfortable about it. So I just put my Google form and then they can just fill in and I'll contact. I think Google form is very useful because you can get all the information that you want at one glance and then you can export out to become an Excel sheet and then you see from there who are the leads, who contacted you, what is it for. So that is actually very useful. So that's the technical side of it lah. So did I answer the question? I don't know.
Yeah. I'm just trying to break it down into actionable steps for the viewers so that they can implement that straight away after the call. And later probably we'll call each of them and check on them whether they will do their homework. Yeah. Okay. So any kind souls who don't mind typing out like the steps so that the rest can copy and paste. Okay. Ultimately, we are all here because we want us to benefit as well as we want everyone here to benefit. So any kind souls who can just type out the steps and then just so that everyone can share. Yeah. And I always believe in good karma. When you give the multiple many folks will come back to you. Yeah. So if the person come in and they have a lot of questions, then how do you handle them and how do you actually convert them to students?
How do I convert them to students?
Yeah, because I hope that all of them who DM you, they sign up straight away and sign up straight away. Yeah, but do you have any experience whereby you have faced the objections as well as they don't get converted straight away?
They don't get converted. Okay, mostly those who fill out the form are parents or I would say students from secondary school level onwards lah. The primary school probably they are on TikTok, but they probably won't fill out the form. They will talk to the parent and show them my TikTok, for example.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is what I realized like these 2 weeks when I conducted the O-level oral workshop. So most of them that fill up are the Sec 4 students or the Sec 3 higher Chinese students because they are having the exam soon. So it's a very ad hoc thing that I just suddenly spontaneously came up with it. So many of them responded. So you know that that should give you a good idea that these students are on TikTok. And they spoke to the parents. The parents are the ones who sent over the payment through PayNow and things like that. So that's how it flows for my last minute workshop. But regular students intake, this one is very interesting because if you're talking about having regular students, right? I think knowing the season is very important. Like, is it near the end of the year, people are going on break, or not looking much, or is it going to be the start of the year, or are the big exams coming soon? So very interesting when my Google form was created last year, about November or October, November. So that was also a period of time where people started going on holidays, and then when they are back, you'll see an influx of like Singaporeans always like to do last minute things, like kanchiong, like try to get any tutors that that they. But of course, I also do a lot of trial classes. So I also my perspective is that every time, usually I will conduct a trial class, and then they can after that choose to continue or not lah. So that is my take lah.
Can you share a bit more on the trial class? Is it a free trial class or a paid trial class, and how many sessions?
Okay, this one is really to each individual lah. Personally, for me, I don't really believe in giving free trial classes. Okay, can you imagine that if you do free, right, everybody will just start coming for free stuff, and then they will just come and go. So what you give is what you want to attract. You get what I mean? If you want to go for a trial, what I will suggest is that you can give a discount, or like a sibling discount, friend discount, things like that, but totally go for free. That's like you are also using your time and effort, and doesn't mean that trial class means that you are giving a less quality class there. So I mean that's what I thought lah.
That is so important. I think many tutors they also have asked me for my advice whether they should give free or paid. And I agree with you that even if you give free, right, doesn't mean that the class is a lower quality class. We still give all our effort and our attention on the kid and do our best. So I agree with you lah. Probably it's a discounted price, or maybe instead of 1 hour and a half, it's 45 minutes, just to have a sense of whether the child can understand you or whether you can help the child, and then you see what you can move on. But I think it's really not appropriate to make it free lah. Otherwise, like anyone else, later all all queue up outside your unit.
Frederick, he mentioned that there are a lot of tutors teaching on TikTok. I see some of you here also. I know Frederick from TikTok. Yeah, I know he's doing English. Haven't really got to talk to you much. Hi. But yeah, there are many tutors on TikTok, and if you realize, right, there are many. I see a lot of math tutors. Math tutors are doing, because TikTok, you can share your live stream, you can do your formula and things like that. So it's also one good way of attracting the crowd. So recently, I got to know this new tutor on TikTok. He's not new, but he's new to TikTok. So he has been teaching for 20 over years. So I spoke to him that he used to advertise on the Straits Times, Classify, and then after that, he relies on word of mouth. Teaching at home in his own HDB flat, and he has six kids.
I mean, 6 kids. Okay.
All children, he has 6 kids. So I'm like, oh my gosh, how do you keep it going, man? So he talked to me. We talked for a while, then he realized that he needs to come on TikTok, if not he will lose out to the competition. That's what he said, in a way.
I understand.
And doing his TikTok, very easy. He's just doing his marking. Okay, he's just marking papers on TikTok and then showing the camera as well as him marking on TikTok. So I asked him why he does that. He said, oh, I need to mark papers, so I might as well show it on screen. And then just nice, any people just walk past, see my live stream, they want to ask me a question. Yeah, I can engage them and can even convert them. So that's also a way. Why you all laugh? 6 kids who
no lah. That one I wouldn't say because he put so I laugh lor. Okay. Wow. Is that considered as a live stream or?
Live stream.
It's a live stream. Yeah. What's the criteria to be able to do a live stream? Because I heard that 400 followers or not sure if I'm right.
Talking about that, right? Initially, a few years ago when I started TikTok, the requirement was you had to hit 1,000 followers to do live stream. So back then I had a very simple goal to hit 1,000 followers so I can sing my songs on live stream. I like singing. For those of you who know my style, I sing a lot. So to me, very simple. I just want a little platform for me to sing. So even though no one is watching my live, I would still be singing because it's something I enjoy. So when that goal happened, I was quite contented already. So, and then I just keep on doing what I like. But then the teaching aspect came later on, but it's something that I figured out later on that I wanted to combine.
So at the end of the session, later all of you here will have a chance to get a huge discounted price for Anson end of the year concert. Okay, so make sure that you take out your wallet to support him. And I will make sure that all of you will be upgraded to the VIP seat for free.
Not so professional. I'm just fun of me.
I think I really like what you are doing because I think as much as you are sharing the marketing or the technical side of TikTok, I also taught a lot of the intangible aspects of your marketing, which is you do what you're loving. Actually, your end goal is not to market, it's just to have an avenue to amplify who you really are. And because you really love to sing and you have the guts to sing in TikTok, for me, I only sing in the toilet, where it's all covered up. Yeah. So for you, you have the guts to sing. Yeah. So I think the end goal is never to make money out of TikTok, but it's really it's for you to amplify who you really are.
I got parents who ask me, hey, Jer, you got so many views on TikTok, you earn. I say, not a single cent, man. You know, TikTok don't pay for views. Like I had some content that had millions of views, right? They don't pay a single cent. But this is because this is not YouTube. YouTube pay for your views. So that aspect you need to know very clearly. So if you are there for the views and hoping that you can earn through the views, then I don't think that is a correct perception. Unless you go ahead and do like TikTok shop, you market you sell stuff. Then again, TikTok has approached me many times to do TikTok shop, but I rejected because for me, I know very clearly that I don't want my channel to become japalang lah. I don't want to sell like shampoo or what that I don't use.
Then you wash your hair and live life.
I'm someone who likes to share things that I really agree or enjoy with. So yeah, if you ask me to share something that I don't really like, I won't even if you pay me money, I don't feel like doing. I feel like a bit like against my own principles lah. That's for me. Yeah, but for people who maybe there are people who just look for the dollar sign, so that doesn't matter whether you like or not, as long as the dollars come in. So yeah.
Yeah, I think this is really an important point because I mean, for myself, I became a tutor also because I want to spend more time with my kids when they were first born. Yeah. So I think what you're saying is something that hits me is knowing our boundaries. Yeah, knowing what we enjoy doing and we will continue to do so because we love it so much, and versus to know what we will not do, no matter how attractive it is. Yeah. So you're someone who come across to me as a person who has very clear boundaries and not anyhow do things.
Clear meaning what?
Clear meaning what? Clear meaning what? Like you will not no matter, okay, let's say the brand Dove come to you, right? Say, can you play guitar and then you wash hair with my shampoo? I think you'll say no. I'll pay you 10K for 10 seconds of washing your hair. You say no, I won't want. Yeah. So you are very clear on your grounds.
Yeah. As in, unless I really like the shampoo, I may consider for the shampoo, but I won't do that for any shampoo lah. So yeah, this one is just for me. But for people who have a lot of viewers and followers, they may just accept it if the pay is good and things like that. You know that you can charge, right? Let's say you are influencer of a certain caliber, you can charge by per post, hundreds, thousands. I saw that there are people doing that. Yeah, the big influencers. Some of them are even opening courses to sell already. So yeah, I mean, again, at the end of the day, is what you are really looking out for. Are you looking to build your brand? Are you looking to stand out as a different from the rest in the market? Or are you looking to showcase your personality, and it just happens to be a good platform for you to use? Okay. Also, I have an advice for tutors. I know there are some teachers who teach, but they don't like to show their faces. Okay, for example, they just show their hands and all that. Okay, nothing wrong with that. That is your personal preference. But from my personal observation, the closing rate is higher for those who see your face. Because they want to feel the familiarity. It's the same concept as you are posting about advertisements, but about testimonials, but nobody sees your face, but nobody knows who is that. So I guess why there are many students like to talk to me because they see me a lot online. So much so that when I'm on the streets, they will just call and say hi to me. I don't even know who, but they'll say, "Oh, thank you for your content. You helped me, and my O level is because of what you shared." So things like that make me want to do more and want to share more. So to me, sometimes it's about the intangible things and not really about dollar sign, things like that. But when you really enjoy putting out the content, you really enjoy sharing, people can feel your authenticity, and that's where your bonus will come in. So don't just hit towards the dollar sign first, but rather use your passion to shine and be who you are and show that what you can do. Okay? Yeah.
I think that's something that it reminded me that before we started the Zoom's live, we did talk about being responsible, not just for students who pay us, but also being careful in what we're teaching because there are also young followers out there learning from your TikTok live, and they, though they don't pay you, but they actually get influenced by you, they get inspired by you, they also get impacted by you. Would you want to cover more on that?
You reminded me of an incident that happened before. Or maybe I should share, because if you
please go ahead.
If you are a TikTok creator, right? So you, other than being a teacher, you are actually also a content creator. Okay. So sometimes you will find very hard to draw a line, or to be both at one time. Okay, so a few years ago, I had this experience, okay, because like sometimes I like to post funny stuff. Sometimes my students work, and I will ask them, is it okay to share, and then I will just share their work online. Okay, be it like their things here or whatever. So what happened years ago? I still remember that very vividly. It was an online student. Okay, so after the class, I was just doing a TikTok about his things here, but that was offline. I'm just talking to myself, but people wouldn't know right on TikTok. So I created my own scenario and then I shared it online. So I did not expect, okay, I don't even know that he has TikTok. So I did not expect that the next morning his mom texted me and said that was very upset because he saw what I uploaded, which wasn't my intention, but I did clarify after that. So that incident also made me learn something, sometimes as a teacher, as a content creator, sometimes you have to know how to strike a balance and be sensitive enough to their feelings. So if you see my TikTok, you do see that I do feature a lot of my students. I do feature a lot of interaction. I know some tutors or some parents may not be comfortable with that, but usually I do seek permission from the parents. Just that was a solo incident that happened, but also made me learn my lesson. I actually wanted to delete my whole account, because of what happened, and I felt very, because like you don't feel good about it, then you just focus on teaching and stop doing all the content, things like that. So after that, I did apologize on the video. I spoke to the parents and I agreed to remove the content and things like that. So I would say that a lot also comes with you need to have this sensitivity towards what you post and what can you not post, things like that. I know it's very clear cut, right? Let's say you are in MOE, right? There are things like you definitely cannot share, right? So that's the good thing about being a tutor. You are like, unless you are in the center, but if you are your own tutor, private tutoring, right, there are a lot of things that you can do. It's up to you whether you want to show this or show that, and it's up to the audience how you want to be perceived. So yeah.
So the moral compass of every educator must be very clear, like as much as you think that this content is something that can help you to bring in views, versus it's actually something that you are using it as a message to educate other people to avoid it or to learn from it. Yeah, the one must be very clear. And then if you are not, okay, my experience on this is, if you're not very sure, right, don't do that. Then sleep on it for a few days and then you think about it. Yeah, if you're not sure, then don't do it. Or wait for next year to do it when the batch is cleared.
I believe that most of y'all will not do something like what I did, because I sometimes really like spur of the moment I can do very crazy stuff. Right?
Yeah.
So as a language tutor, I'm a bit more, my ideas come very spontaneously. So my students know that even almost every class, I always have spontaneous ideas to share or to get them involved. So things like that. Sorry, just now I think Julie asked me a question.
I think that's the creative side of you at work, always running like 24/7. And I think the spontaneous side of you, and I think it's not just you, like all of us got strength. And our strength can always be a double-edged sword. Yeah, it can work for us and also it can work against us. So something for us to take note as well when we are doing different things, and it has to be very intentional. Okay, and Anson, you want to answer Julie's question, and then we'll move on to Q&A, unless you have anything to add on. Yeah.
Well, I didn't see that. I already talked so much already.
Oh, that's really good, right? Okay, I wanted to say boys and girls, because I'm so used to Zoom and say hello boys and girls. Okay, everybody, friends, can you like put in value if let's say you have been receiving value from Anson's sharing, to encourage him lah. He's been sharing, talking non-stop, man. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah.
What's on my mind, so thank you for listening.
Yeah, so today you have made so many people happy. Yeah. Just like you mentioned, Julie's one, you want to take on her question first, and then you add on anything that you want, and then we'll spend the last 10 minutes on Q&A.
Sure. I think Julie asked me that I see you as an English-friendly Chinese tutor. Is your niche to help weaker Chinese kids? Yes, I think pre-COVID, right, I also taught a lot of expats living in Singapore.
Wow.
I do teach local Chinese as well as non-native speakers. So actually previously I also taught in an international school. So I was teaching China students. I'm also teaching other students from other parts of Southeast Asia. So there's this trend of, non-Chinese speakers, wanting to learn the language. And then there's also a big pool of our own Chinese kids who are, really weak in the language and they need help. So along the years, this is something that, also because I'm effectively bilingual, okay, by the way, I used to teach English as well. So Frederick, prepare.
Really? Wow, you are man of multiple talents, yeah.
Of course, I used to be a copywriter, right? I told you. Yeah.
What do you not know? Must tell me now before our interview next time.
I'm going to teach literature this Saturday after my O-level paper, O-level.
Wahseh.
No, but I still like to focus on Chinese because it's something that I'm very passionate about. Yeah. So yeah, I hope I answered the question. Then
Okay. I think right now is anything you wanna add in? No. I think what we can do is we can go to Q&A now, and then along the way you can see what you want to answer, what you want not to answer. You can still choose, and then we'll do a wrap up, and then you can just share anything that you want that you feel that you miss out. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. Can you all see the screen? Can, right? Can. Okay. Okay. So I will move from the top to bottom. Okay. Yeah, the top. Okay. So Frederick is asking, what is the recommended frequency for you to do live stream?
There's no recommended, but I mean, definitely the more you do, the more exposure you get. For me, I almost do it daily, especially during exam period. And if you see those tutors, they will know that the exam season is here. They are doing almost every day. So this also depends whether you are a new tutor on TikTok or you have already established a presence. Then you can see, decide for yourself which one works for you better. But then again, like I mentioned, not all tutors are comfortable sharing live. You need to see, how comfortable you are. If you are, okay, you can do what I'm doing. I don't just teach on TikTok. I sing. I makan on TikTok. I do mukbang on TikTok.
You what on TikTok? Last one?
And there's this term called mukbang, no?
What bang? Sorry, I don't know. Mukbang. What is that?
You need to be the Gen Z,
you have exposed my age lah.
Yeah, no, because since COVID time, I just had a very
thanks.
Since the time, right, because we cannot go out to meet with friends, right? So I just eat on live, then I just talk with my friends on live. So that happens to become a habit. And then I just carry on over the years. So it doesn't mean that you are on live means that you should be doing your teaching. It's going to be very dry and very tiring for you if you offline you teach, online you teach again. So you can have a very variety of, you also don't teach on TikTok. Like, you can have a variety of, different aspects of who you are, like who is Frederick, other than, teaching English, things like you. Yeah. So they know that many of my audiences know that I always eat whenever they see me. Then they always ask me, why, Che, you always eat on live? I say doesn't mean that I eat on live means I'm very free. I just happen to eat on live, and then I just happen to be broadcasting. Yes, the live streams get automatically saved. It's a preset. Yeah. So you can actually, so this one thing about live stream, whatever you teach or talk about on live stream, you can actually extract out after that, and you can also clip it into a video. So that is win-win.
Okay, I have one question for you. When you do live stream or you do the content creation, right? Is it like the more you do, the more the more energy you get?
The more I do, the more editor I get. Is it like what?
Or like the more okay, because the reason why I say is because some of us we feel dreaded to do it. Like, gotta put my face out there. Then it start off with the state of I'm not comfortable. Yeah. Versus someone who love to do a live stream, they love to put their face out there, they love to get that message out there. And the more they do, the more shock they feel, So that's where they get the energy from. So where are you at?
Where I am like the no care face really.
Precisely. Yeah, so friends, something that for you to take note. If you're someone who still feel not comfortable, find your rhythm. Maybe instead of doing like once every day, like Anson, like he'll do like maybe many times a day. You can do like once a week. Yeah. Don't chung like him. Don't charge like him. If you're someone who love to be seen, like for myself, I love to be seen. Yeah, so this is my side, okay? Yeah, I love to be seen. I love to get my message out there, and I love to teach. I love to do live streams. Yeah, so you need to find something that is of your right cadence. All right.
Yep. I do
Yeah.
know of a math tutor who teaches on live without showing her face, but she interacts a lot with the audience also through her voice. And sometimes she does drawing on the screen, ask students to guess. So it's not everything mathematics, you know. Sometimes she chit chat about what's the latest news and things like that. So if you are not comfortable with showing your face, you can always do that. But this one is to each of, your own preference lah. For me, it's like my face already from Jurong until Pasir Ris show until there already. So I really like, 就这样子咯. And you see my videos, right? Sometimes I'm in my t-shirt, I'm in my singlet, and I still do a post. So the thing about TikTok is that you don't, depends on how much you want to portray yourself or how nice you want to portray yourself. For me, I'm really anything goes. So I cannot advise for your, but I know that there are teachers who still want to just put up a good image, and I also respect that. Okay, so really depends on yourself. But you need to know, okay, sometimes if you are too professional, it's very hard to your audience.
Got it.
If the audience are Gen Z or Gen Alphas, you want them to feel at home. So I feel like, Wow, Sarah.
Yeah. This is only for the ladies. Guys, we can't say that we must draw our eyebrow.
Yeah, there's Tutor. You can
So what I got out from what Anson shared is you connect with people who you feel that you are most connected with. For Anson will be his handsome face. For some people out there will be using their personality. Yeah, for me, I don't know what, maybe my voice. Yeah, so you got to really understand. Okay, so the thing for today is really looking at all the techniques that he has shared, but really also based on your understanding of yourself and find the best fit. Yeah, it should be something that you are comfortable with. Okay, let's move on. I think at this rate, we have to extend the session to 2 hours. Yeah, then we can really lunch together. And we can mark what. Hey, don't laugh at me lah. Bang together. Okay, come. Next one. This one. Can you see?
Frederick's question, is it?
Yep.
TikTok users are mostly younger crowds, but not parents. How do you appeal to parents on TikTok? So that's the thing. I mentioned this idea before. If your face is full on TikTok, right, there's a chance for people to like you and also to not like you. You cannot control how people will think of you because you're on screen. Just like influencers, right? They need to be able to take up criticism. They need to be able to take up different perspective from whoever parents may have. But for me, very clear. I just show who I am. Okay, if you don't like, probably you wouldn't even contact me in the first place, right? So it's already a natural filter. So I also wouldn't bother to chase after you. So those who contacted me probably will have seen my face a lot and know what I'm doing. So TikTok is something, like I said again, show and not tell. It's very show, but don't show for the sake of showing. Show because you know what your audience wants, and not because of what you want them to show, want them to know. Sometimes it's like that.
Oh, this is a very important takeaway. In my experience is instead of wanting to appeal to parents, you want to attract parents who already find you appealing.
Yeah, and like I mentioned, my recent oral workshop, most of them who fill up the forms are secondary school students, but they are not the paymaster, right? It's their parents, right? So they convince their parents to pay. So their parents may not be on TikTok, but they already feel so influenced that they want to attend your workshop. So they will convince their parents to sign up. So secondary school students seem to be able to do that. And primary school students, usually parents will contact me directly for primary school students. So yeah.
All right. Next, we'll move on to Suling's question. How do you not give up making TikTok videos, especially when we feel drained from thinking up the content to editing the videos?
That's a good question. Okay, but then again, I did mention about doesn't mean that your video is sweet, like very professionally edited, you use CapCut, everything means that it will give you your views. TikTok is big on content and engagement. Okay, if you realize, right, a lot of videos that went crazy viral, right, they are not edited. Okay, a lot of them are because of what's going on. For example, a bizarre a crazy man holding a barang walking down the street. You need to edit the video, man. No need, man. You just show a 5-second, 10-second clip. People will be curious and want to find out more. The viewership will go up. So you need to know what works for you, and don't focus so much. Again, like I mentioned, TikTok is not about design and aesthetic, not so much. If you want that, you can focus on Instagram, because Instagram seems to have that platform for designers or things like that. That's what I feel like.
Yeah, find what I think the end goal is to find what that works for you. Like if you find that it's draining, then probably that process is not ideal for you. You have to find one that recharge you.
Yeah.
Okay, not sure if this one was answered. How frequently must you post, and where do you get ideas for your 1 minute TikTok videos?
How frequently? Just anytime. Sometimes one day I can post 4 times, 5 times. The ideas just come and I just want to let it out. Like for language people, we have a lot of content that we want to talk, we want to share, that I just post only. So it's not so much about I prepare 1 minute TikTok video for today. I know there's this trend like, every day I must post one video, I must public talk for 1 minute. But there's really no hard and fast rules. Really, like, what is your comfort level?
Yeah. And something that I would like all of us to try, when Anson is sharing right now, don't just hear what he say, also hear how he say it, and then observe his face. Can you see him? Can you see that he's smiling all the time?
I already you.
Whenever he's talking about content creation, his eyes just light up. This is the kind of state that we want to be in, knowing whatever we are doing is meant for us. Yeah. So if you do the content and you smile like Anson, that means you are on the right track. But let's say if you do the content and you're like, wow, sian, cry, like, what? Then you complain, what the hell am I doing this? Then it's not meant for you. You need to find something else. Yeah, it's actually something about being aware. Oh, okay, so something that we have to all take note. Okay. Come, next one, Daniel said that how to get more eyeballs on recording for TikTok. And then also videos that didn't, talking about AI generated videos. And Anson, what's your take on that?
Okay, from my understanding, if you manage to get one TikTok video viral, the surrounding videos, there will be a ripple effect. That means the views will trickle onto your surrounding views. Let's say today I'm a math tutor. I want people to see my content more, or want to see what I'm offering more, or my teaching, my classroom or my center more. Doesn't mean that I must post every day, post something got to do with math. Just happened that today I had this viral content going on, and I think very interesting from what I spotted on the street, and I want to share with everyone. Then people start to come onto this, and then your views will increase. That will create a ripple effect. So again, like I mentioned, it's not it's not the platform that you should see it as. It must be prim and proper. TikTok emphasizes a lot on creativity. So if you manage to get people talking because of something you spoke or observed, okay, you can be a math tutor or English tutor, but you are talking something about something very controversial that sparks people's conversation, and that went viral. And then people will start to notice your content. So yeah, this is something that you can think about. But of course, knowing what content to go viral is something that you need to figure out. Yeah. So did I answer that? I don't know. I hope share some.
Yeah. Anyway, if let's say some of the questions that are not answered and you find that there's some missing gap, you can always so you can always ask the questions in COT, the community of tutors group by Jason, and then just tag us, tag Anson as well. Is it okay, Jason? That's why we have the boss here, he's here. Okay. Anson, Frederick is asking to connect. Maybe you can answer this one as well as also his next question.
Okay, for live streams, if you're doing teaching, right, you need to understand the seasons and the timing to live stream is also important. From my observation, evening time or night time usually will have the most viewers. Okay, most students, before they sleep, after they makan their dinner, they will be scrolling their TikTok one. Okay, so if you want to engage them, it's a good time to go at night. I usually go in the afternoon. That's why I'm live streaming to myself and a few little kittens usually. But it really depends. Okay, and then another thing is near exam period. Okay, especially if you're talking on an important topic. Okay, most likely if you can, try to go during the exam period or before the exams. Okay, because there are many last minute kanchiong spiders. I tell you, they will want value. okay, they will want to listen to what you have to offer. Yeah. So
yeah. From my experience for TikTok videos, I always scheduled to post at 8 p.m. Yeah. If you're not sure what's the right time to post, you can just ask yourself when is your most chill time, or if you have kids, you can see when are the times that they go on their devices. It's mostly at night. After dinner, when everyone is chill. So 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. will be ideal. That's something that I learned also from joining a course as well. Okay.
also Friday and weekends are ideal, very prime time for posting if you are looking to engage. Okay, those will also be the prime time for people to be scrolling. Anything from Thursday afternoon onwards, those in office are already feeling very bored already. They'll be starting to look out for things to do in the weekend and things like that, like courses to sign up or things like that. So I think, yeah, timing is also something that you can consider. Yeah.
Okay, Jace asks, is yours business account?
No, I don't know why TikTok business. I told you, I just post for personal account. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, personal account. Okay. Okay. This one is in Daniel's team lah. So very long. Okay, maybe you'll read lah. Yeah.
Okay, I don't use the desktop platform, so I cannot answer that question. I always use my mobile. Yeah. So I know there are tutors who do live streams via TikTok more desktop platform, and you can do a lot more there. Like you can put your advertisements, your WhatsApp number, things like that. But I don't do that. I don't because I'm not that savvy lah. I very simple one. I just want mobile. Even singers, they will have a proper mic and have a sound recorder or whatever. I don't have all those systems. I just use my mobile phone. One thing only. So yeah, this one I cannot advise about the desktop platform, but is there a concern like why would you want to use the desktop better rather than to use the mobile?
This one you can put in the chat box so that we can take it right now. Okay, maybe I add my 2 cents lah. I use the app more. Yeah, desktop I don't find that they are very friendly. I schedule my videos using TikTok Studio. Yeah, so everything is sui done. It's smooth for me. Yeah, and because I'm also a very hands-on dad, I tend to want to plan things ahead. Yeah, so I'm not sure the reason behind your question, but I think just stick to mobile apps and then you are fine. Okay. Yeah. Just use it like a normal app. Yeah, I think the other one that I also can see here, and maybe I'm wrong, is don't worry too much. Don't think too much. Just do it. Because the video, whether it go viral or not, or whether people watch or not, is determined by the market. Yeah. You have no control who watch it. If you put one and people like it, they watch. If you put one that you spend a lot of time to do it, but people don't watch, you have to move on. Yeah, I think that's also another mindset that you must have, which is to move on, even though you spend like one whole year to do the video, but no one watch, you must move on. Yeah, so don't think too much, just do it. Okay.
Yeah, and I think for private tutors, try to build on your personality. I think that's important for TikTok. Okay, if you are a one-man show like me, because it's very important that people want to connect with you. They want to see who you really are. Okay, they can feel one, netizens are very clever one, especially those who are using, they have seen so much content already, whether you can really connect with them, I didn't even, on my TikTok, I didn't even talk about my experiences, how many students I've taught, or how many students I have. I don't even post any form of testimonials, but I still get a lot of engagement. It's because of, I would believe a big part comes with what I have been showing. And this has been built along the years, and they would have a strong impression of the content I've shown, and also, what kind of teacher I am. So, yeah.
Yeah. This reinforces the saying of people buy you. Yeah, people know about your services, what you're good at. But ultimately, when people vote for you using their money, using their payment for your lessons, they are buying you. Yeah, which is why sometimes I think as service provider we worry too much. Yeah. So ultimately you attract people who already like you. You attract people who are already find you appealing. That's only for you to appeal to people. Yeah, because if you need to do that right, you're on the wrong track. Find people who already love you, man. Okay. I hope it helps. Yeah. All these I really love to share and with educators. You're all doing a good job. Just go out and do your work. Next one. Okay, I think we overran. I don't know that there are so many questions. Yeah, we try our best to finish up. Then later at the end of the day, please stay back to to hear us pitch Anson's end of year concert all must stay back. I know who you are.
Concert.
Can I will take 1%. Okay, come, we'll move on. Hey, thanks. By the way, thanks so much for staying back. I think it's a good turnout even for the first event.
Yes, I had a scare bear. I thought just a few, but
I thought only 10, like so many. So it's good. See, people like you.
Oh, because I'm also very used to talking on live stream. So to me, it's already something that I've been practicing every day. So talking about public speaking or what I think should not be a big problem. Just that talking to educators is another level. I have to pay attention more.
Yeah, because they're all very smart. So you better be careful with your words.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Hey, come, we move on. Yeah.
So sorry, which question?
By Miss Cynthia.
Cynthia, what is LS? It's not related to LS. What is LS?
Now, sure is it? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cynthia put in the chat box. Yeah. LS means what? Yeah. Live streams. Different age. Yeah. Different age.
Okay. But hope to get some tips on worksheets. May I know how and where do you get your own instead of using assessment books? Oh, thank you, Nas.
Hey, Nas, thanks so much. Nice to see you. Really. I always like your passion to learn. We will keep in touch. Okay. Bye.
Yeah. So, you're asking me,
Yeah. Any other tutor can chip in also if you want. Yeah. It's a casual chit chat. Yeah. Maybe this one we take it offline can. This one I think is more towards because today's session is more on TikTok. And you're talking about worksheets wise, which I think is, in my opinion, is off topic. So it's okay, we can take it offline. This one I think even you can ask in COT, you'll get more responses. Okay? Okay now. Yeah. Okay, talking about paid ads. Anson.
The paid ads for TikTok is effective. I don't do paid ads there, so I can't answer you that, but I know there are people who do that. So what happens in paid ads is like you will get this sponsored wording on your account, on your post. So I don't know because I don't rely on paid ads. Maybe to me, I don't think that there's a need to. Okay, but if you are a new tutor trying to gain views and some viewership and maybe like profile follows, you may want to give it a try, and maybe you can let us know because I don't do that. So yeah, sorry.
Yeah, my opinion on that, a quick one. If you need to do paid ads, I think that is provided you have really maximized your reach. Okay, again, we won't know whether we have maximized the reach. So it's better to continue to experiment on getting maximum organic views. Yeah, and don't rely too much on paid ads, because paid ads is actually a rabbit hole unless you have a lot of money to burn. Yeah, which I don't know. Yeah, so you want to consider and exploit all your possible ways to do organic content. Do that first before you explore on paid ads. Okay? Yeah. Julie asking, do you do more online or physical classes, one-to-one or group? Maybe you can cover like regular classes as well as workshops. And also, I'm interested to know your online class for that 30, right? Is it online or on-site?
Online. I shared on Facebook that I signed up Zoom Pro recently just to conduct the workshop. And they don't ask me how come I never thought of borrowing the corporate account from him. I'm like, no lah, 要做就做大的. Yeah.
Okay. Come last three before I want to help Leon also lah. Yeah. Okay, this one is done. Yeah. Wow. Okay, about bot account.
Some of the follower we got is a bot account and got messages from those bot accounts. Is that I did observe that there were bot accounts on live streams. There used to be this trend of bot accounts coming on, but recently not so much. I don't know whether is it because the TikTok security side they have already tightened up. Yeah. So how do you determine whether there's a bot account? Like I do know there's a lot of spam messages coming in the inbox, like hi, I want to get to know you better, things like that. The one clear cut I know is a spam account. So but when I do see bot accounts, and they are trying to write on my viral post. For example, recently there's this ad from China. They keep posting on my post, like, oh, please download my this post. So I don't know if that's a bot account or what, but it's the content that I see across. So what I do, I just block the account.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to ride into the TikTok trend, you also need to fight off what is harmful.
Yeah, the same. I get. I mean, I don't know about you guys. on Facebook, Instagram, it's always a kind of Chinese, for guys, Chinese girl, then the lady is sipping some wine or enjoying her beachside book and then talking some philosophical stuff like how my day has been wonderful because of, I'm enjoying my evening, things like that. It's so obvious and they think that people will just fall for it. I'm just saying like.
Yeah, just take note lah. Yeah, at the end of the day, all of you here have a lot of wonderful gifts to educate. Yeah, so as much as we spread our gift to the world, also be careful of all the bad things that will also come in return.
Yeah.
Just take care of yourself. Yeah, because because the world needs you. Okay, last one. You get negative comments on TikTok. How do you handle them?
There are definitely negative comments. Like I said, let's say if you are an influencer, right, there will be people who like you and those who probably don't like you. There are people who say that, oh, why this teacher post all this kind of thing? Like, are you like trying to laugh at our generation, or are trying to make them feel worse or things like that? Is that the way to teach Chinese? Most of the time, I ignore them, and from my experience, there will be people who help me to talk lah. That means they will stand by my back for some reason because they like my content.
Yeah.
On such comments, thankfully, there are not a lot, and most of the time I just ignore them. There's no obligation for you to answer them, So, but personally wise, you need to be able to adjust and not to be easily affected by what you see or hear lah. Because not everything, you cannot please everybody, But yeah, so that's just me lah. I don't answer them at all. I mean, I feel like that's all. I get affected lor.
My take on this is, I think first of all, as a human being, I also experienced this lah, and I would say that I get affected. It's learning across the years lah, not across the years on how to handle. And the best way to handle it lah is not to ignore it, like what Anson shared. Yeah, and let your supporters counter it for you. Yeah. Then the other one is something that a very wise friend told me lah, also an educator. He said that he told me this phrase, hurts people. H-U-R-T lah. Hurts people. Which means that people who are hurt, they are going out there and hurting you. Why is there a need for you to be hurt? Yeah. So I think as educators, sometimes the biggest battle that we face is not how people see us, is how we think people see us. Yeah. So if they put negative comments that you disagree, just ignore lor. Yeah, just move on with your days because we have so many kids to help.
Can I add on a Chinese line and translate later?
Of course you can. This is a show, man. It's a pre-sale to your year-end concert.
So there's this saying that I read, 不要活在别人的眼里，死在别人的嘴里. So this is something that you all can, for those who understand, don't live in the view of other people's, and both in what you hear and what you say, what they say lah. So
yes. Okay, there will be one part for you to wrap up lah. Okay, at the same time, this is not planned for. Actually, I got to know Anson through Leon, and Leon is a very good friend. Good friend for all of us, for some of us as well lah. Okay, yeah. So I want to take this opportunity to Leon's is his pop-up concept is still there, right?
Yeah, I think until July, I don't know which date. Yeah, still there.
Yeah, so okay, I think some educators are like Superman, and he's one of them. He's not just a tutor, he's a multiple business owner who I have huge respect for. And a disclaimer, I don't get a cent out of it. I want to just take this opportunity, since all of you are here, to go down to support him. He is at Edward. Oh, Edward. He is at
Clarke Quay Central.
Which floor?
Second floor.
Second floor. You have to go all the way in. Yeah, drop me a text if you are going, because it's not there on weekends. Yeah, and if you want to check out his kaya, which is really good, you can go to find Kaya Rebel, is it? Or Rebel? I don't teach English.
Sorry, it's the third floor, 103 and 104. The unit number.
What's the brand of his name? Sorry, I will pronounce wrongly on. Kaya what?
Rebel,
not Rebel. Got many people who teach English here, I cham already. Later they tell me I anyhow say. Rebel. Yeah. You have to go the way in. Also, if you can, please support him. I think it takes a lot of guts to venture on yourself. Really. This guy is amazing. And he's also preparing for the Chinese singing contest.
Yeah. He can sing very well.
Yeah, so this guy is amazing. Yeah. So I really want to give him all the blessing. And if you can go down and support him or order from him, you can go down and collect. Yeah. Yeah. Again, this disclaimer is it's not planned for. I just think that I have the blessing to meet Anson because of Leon, so I want to pay it forward.
Yay, later I'll message him and say easy.
Okay. All right. Okay. So before we do a 2 minutes wrap up, Anson, probably you can just any last words like sounds wrong. Any thing you want to add in?
Anything I want to add in? I mean, I really appreciate every one of you today. I mean, thank you so much for listening to me here. Yep. I mean, I hope you got to hear some whatever I shared. I mean, mostly it's through my experience. I'm in no way like I'm a TikTok expert or what. I'm also somebody who figured it out along the way. So I think if I were to give one advice is like just go ahead and do it, and because you never do, you procrastinate, you fear, you scared what people will think of you, you will never step out and do something. So from what I believe, the shift in marketing, in that content marketing is coming up very strong. So yeah, other than the paid ads, right? Content marketing is something that you can work on, and whether to promote yourself or your business, okay, and to build your personal branding. So this is something that, yeah, can go and try to figure out, what kind of angle you can come into to shape your audience thoughts and the perception of you and what value you can bring to them. But I think most importantly, you need to enjoy the process. Don't see it as a chore. To me, TikTok is very enjoyable. I'm really all TikToky lah.
TikToky.
Yeah, so don't see it as a chore, because once you see it as a chore, like, oh, I have to post one more thing today, no. Yeah, so once you don't see it as a chore, you will start to enjoy it. I mean, video creation is also, I do know that it may not be for everybody, but if you want to, catch up and be on the bandwagon and, have a good sense of what our younger generation they are into, then TikTok is a very good platform that you should give serious consideration on building. Yeah.
Got it. Thanks so much, Anson. And the keyword that I got from him, and also not just not just by words, but also feeling, is you can see he's smiling all the way from front to end. See? Yeah. So he's really a TikToky guy. Yeah. Okay. 5 years, if you got value out of it, because I think it's also to encourage the speaker who is doing this on a volunteer basis. This is not paid event. We just want to really help fellow educators to look forward and to be future ready. Yeah. Okay. So if you have any question, you can go back to community of the community of tutors group to tag Anson or me if you have any question. Yeah. So for my own clients, again, if you have any questions, you have access to me anytime. I can pass your question to Anson. Yeah. All right. Okay. Another thing that is also not planned for is that we are also trying to boost up the interaction in COT. Okay, this one is not planned. Yeah. It's not because Jason asked me to do it. Yeah. Okay. Who wants access to the notes from today's session? Like, you don't mind having the notes, so that yeah. Only one, only two, Jason. Then the rest don't want. Okay. Okay, actually this one is doesn't matter whether you do it for notes or not, okay? Or not. Yeah. So can I trouble you? Yeah. Okay, this one is to help Jason because he's a good friend. And I think he has spent much effort and sweat and tears to build up this group, and it's kind of quiet. If you can, right, if you don't mind, just share one takeaway from here. Take away from the session, and then you post here, and then tag me and Anson, and then if you take a picture of us now, can post it inside as well okay. Yeah, then I think it really helped to bring awareness that as tutors we have this group who is always helping us to rise up. Okay, can you all do that for us or for yourself? Is that okay? And then you WhatsApp me, I'll give you the link to the document. Is that okay? This one is not because I get paid. Yeah, I'm just doing it because I feel that we really want to bring up the quality of tutors. Sounds good. And we got to help each other out. Yeah, okay? Yeah. All right. So, Anson, thanks so much for today. I really appreciate you.
Thank you for organizing this as well, and yeah, for listening to me. Thank you so much, all of you. Yeah, really happy to see everyone. Thank you so much.
Nice. All right. Okay. So later we'll WhatsApp all of you the payment link. Please buy at least 10 tickets.
If you really got concert, then I let you know lah.
Yeah lah. Just joking lah. Anyway, you're a cool guy. I really thanks you. And anything you need my help, just ping me. I'll reciprocate.
Yeah.
Bye to the rest. See you and please don't burn out. Take care of yourself and then drink lots of water. It's been feeling very hot these few days. And then you know that you have the COT and us backing you up, in whatever you do, and you're not alone in the journey, even though sometimes you feel alone. We are all here for you. Bye, take care. Bye.
Thank you.